Hey, mate. How are you, mate? Can you hear me? Let's make sure audio is good. Yeah, good, mate. Good. Ryder, how you going? Cameron, is it? Cameron? Hope everyone's had an awesome week so far. If you excuse me, I don't think I'm getting sick, but I've been got a bit of a funny throat. Pam, how you going? I like the music in the background. I will give it a go. If it gets annoying, I'll switch it off. I don't want to. I don't know if anyone with music or anything. So, anyway, welcome everyone back to another live stream, fortnightly live stream here on Jaggs Journeys on YouTube. Now I know tonight of all nights, right? Wednesday, maths, right? I know everyone's into maths right now. Don't tell me you're not. I know you are. I know you're into maths. And I know it's a dinner party tonight, so I'm not expecting too many people on the live because, you can't compete with maths. Jaggs Journeys on maths. Well, you know what I mean. So, however, you can watch it later on 9 now. Don't forget that. So that's what I'll be doing. So anyway, welcome everyone. Thanks for jumping on again. Appreciate you all taking time out of your night to jump on. Yeah, just been at work this week. What did I do last weekend? Went to Movie World. Did the Chinese New Year. Hopefully you've seen the video. It was just really I just wanted to see what activation was happening for Chinese New Year at Movie World. We didn't get a lot this year compared to other years gone by. What I mean by that is other years gone by, they had even all the lanterns all down Main Street. They had pop-up Asian food stalls as well, which was really cool. And at the moment, plus they had the dancing lions and dragon and all that kind of stuff. That's all really that they had this time was the 15-minute show, which, by the way, I thought was excellent. It really was. I think that the people that did that, I noticed from social media that they were also at Carrara markets. So they must have been moving around the coast at different time slots, which is really clever. So excuse me. So they did a great job. I really enjoyed how immersive it was. You could get amongst it, which is really cool. So really enjoyed that. And the Looney Tunes obviously got in their Chinese attire for a prepaid photo shoot. And I think they might have also been down by the big tree in the Kids WB area for a meet and greet as well at one point in the day, maybe a couple of points in the day. But other than that, there was not much else. I really thought they would have had the Chinese food stall, the noodle one like they had, the rice one they had at Hooray for Hollywood, which I had. It was really good. It tasted delicious, but nothing. So I was hoping for, showcasing some foods, entertainment. Years gone by, they also had T-shirts made that you could buy for like $10 or $15 as well. Excuse me, I got a bit of a frog in my throat. Sorry about that. So it wasn't really a lot this year for Movie World. Anyway, last Friday night I went to Dream World night markets. They also had Lunar New Year celebrations. So again, they had quite a few times at the beginning of the night. till about middle of the night. They had the Chinese dancing lions and all that kind of stuff, and they were excellent as well. I really enjoyed that, and they had about 4 or 5 different Asian themed food trucks there, which was great. So I tried a couple of things, and of course I had to have yumpling dumplings again. By the way, just if those of you that were on here last week and we're talking about someone, I can't remember, someone was mentioning, oh, they just cooking frozen dumplings. Okay, I've actually been to the production kitchen last week for yumpling dumplings. I wanted to find out how yumpling dumplings are done. Now, yumpling, just so you know, because so the person that's saying that they cook from frozen, okay, they are correct, but I'll tell you, they're not bought from Costco and just, you know what I mean? So they are all handmade from a family traditional recipe, okay? That they are handmade from a family traditional recipe. I've been to the production kitchen, seen it in action. They are all then snap frozen. Okay, now they've got to do that obviously because they got to transport them to whatever venue they're going to. Excuse me, and then to cook them. And this is the same if you do buy some frozen ones off them. You have boiling water, you put them in. Give them a bit of a stir. Within 5 minutes, they float to the top, and then they're ready. And that's how you can get your yumpling dumplings served to you so quickly versus some other food trucks. So that's how it works. But they're all snap frozen at this production kitchen. So yeah, definitely handmade, family, traditional recipe. So that's why they're so delicious. And yeah, they got that special sauce they use and everything. So anyway, that's just the backstory on that. But I love yumpling dumplings, and of course, I had to have them pretty much every visit. I always get them. But I also had a teriyaki chicken rice bowl, which was also pretty cool. It wasn't too bad at all. Quite enjoyed that one as well. So anyway, that's pretty much what I did last weekend, and you've probably seen the videos and stuff from there. Weekend before that, I've obviously put a luge video from Singapore out, which is cool. If you ever get to Singapore, you got to go to Sentosa Island to the luge. It's really cool. Heaps of fun. Anyway, again, big thank you to everyone who's jumping on here tonight. 20 people so far, 21 people so far. So that's 21 people not watching maths. So thank you. You probably are watching it on the other screen or next to this or what have you. Or you can watch it later on 9 now, which is what I'm going to do. And later, anyway, so it's dinner party tonight, right? So it's obviously the feisty, full-on fighting, arguing. Anyway, all right. So just want to say hi to everyone, and let's just see some comments there. What have we got there? Let's see. What do we got? Hey Zoe, see me at Movie World last Saturday when you're working. Thank you very much. Hi Juliana, thanks for jumping on. I already said hi to Mountain Rider. Jamie, how are you? I'm good, mate. I'm good. Any news on Motor Coaster at Dreamworld? Yeah, actually there is. So I only just literally saw this because, you know, as you guys probably would know by now, I get home kind of late from work, my real job, and then pile down dinner real quick, and then straight on to this. So I don't get much time to check stuff, and I don't have any time during the day to check my social media or anything. But I did see a post from Theme Park Girl, and she has taken a photo that the motor coaster trains can't be seen anymore. So they've been removed from the track or from the station. They might be in the maintenance bay, but they're gone from visual sight anyway. Other than that, obviously we know all the signage is taken down and everything like that, but there's nothing else to update you on as yet. So, you know, I guess they don't want to probably take the limelight away from King Claw, maybe. So I think it could be maybe in the next few months we might see an update or some kind of a announcement. Could be a little while though, so I wouldn't expect it to be too soon. Put it that way. As soon as we know, or you know, one of the creators will see it and post it, so we'll know when we see it. Excuse me. I think I got a bit of a chest infection. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it for now. So how's the King Claw Dream World? It's really cool. I did one ride. It's probably my one and done ride, but many people love it. It is an awesome ride. Yeah, it is pretty cool. You can feel the power of it and the smoothness of it compared to the original Claw. So definitely speed a lot faster. Theming obviously is amazing. So yeah, great ride. If you haven't ridden it yet, make sure you check it out. Someone else is saying next year is my Chinese New Year, animal year of the goat. Oh, that's good. I don't even know what mine is. I have to check it out one day. But it is year of the horse this year. So there you go. We got riders having a 19th birthday on the 12th of must be March. That sounds cool. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what else we got here? All right. Maths, yes, maths. If you have to jump off and watch maths, I understand. Don't worry. Not a problem. Excuse me. I know there's more to choose from than this, but appreciate you guys being on here for sure. Zoe's saying they still have the 20% off annual pass until June. Oh, that's good to know. Very good. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know that. Yeah, they had some good deals. They also had a really good snap sale on, I think last week, might have been the week before. 72-hour sale. That was pretty cheap for Village Roadshow. So that was pretty cool. April 12th, right off April 12th. Supernova, yep. Gold Coast Supernova, 11th and 12th, I believe it is. Again, I never miss a year except for last year when I went to Florida. I had to go, obviously, to Florida instead of Supernova, even though I had already bought my ticket for Supernova. Excuse me, excuse me. All right. So, what's replacing motor coaster? Yeah, I mean that's been the topic of discussion now for quite a while. I mean, there's plenty they could do in the area. They could also retheme it, put different trains on that coaster, maybe in different launch. I don't know, but I think reality is they need to take it down and just redevelop the land and maybe potentially even use some of the other land in and around there to make something really big and really decent. Could be an immersive dark, highly immersive dark ride, absolutely, or combination of a highly immersive dark ride and maybe like a water ride. I think they would go hand in hand and be really cool. So they need to do something really cool there. I think either way, they'll definitely do something really excellent there. Watch this space. So I've just had a super chat. Thank you very much. Is it Elio Fan? 2008? Thank you very much. I really appreciate super chat. And your question was, when will you be next be at Warner Brothers Movie World? I was just there on Saturday, so not this weekend. We're doing SeaWorld Carnival this weekend, so not this weekend. Potentially, I'd have to. Sometimes, unless there's an event on, sometimes I don't make the decision until the day of or day before, because things pop up during the week. Other events are on. There's other things happening. If there's no change to anything at Movie World, I kind of don't normally go to a park for kind of no reason, if you know what I mean. I don't want to make a video just like if there's nothing, if it's just walking around, you know what I mean. I like to give you guys some value, show you something, what's happening there, what's new, or an event that's going on, or some changes that's happened, that kind of thing. So, yes, I'm not sure at this point. Sorry, but thank you so much for the super chat. Stay tuned. and keep an eye on the channel. Don't forget everyone to follow us on Instagram. I do post things on there daily, stories, posts. Now sometimes they're things or I guess video clips or photos from trips I've had around the world, other theme parks. Sometimes I might randomly decide. I used to do Throwback Thursdays. I used to do them all the time, right? Like maybe a year or so ago, I was doing them, or maybe longer. I was doing them so regular, but then I guess everyone else just started doing them as well. So I just said, oh, well, let everyone else have their their time to do it. So I stopped doing those. But I've got some more stuff. I'll just throw the odd one out randomly, just a random thing like that. But yeah, there's always something on there during the week just to keep you guys engaged with what's happening. So also I got a very I'm very lucky that I've got some really nice subscriber that will send me photos when they visit the parks, sometimes during the week because I don't get there during the week. So they might post something to me, and then pretty much I can then send that on Instagram and say, hey, this is what's been seen today. Just to keep you guys updated. Excuse me again. A new thrill or family coaster? Yeah, absolutely. That would. I mean, family rides are always popular, especially at these parks. So, do we have any idea on what's happening at Movie World with the Doomsday area? Look, nothing has officially been announced. Although I did hear a whisper. Now, I guess it wasn't from a credible source, and no disrespect to where I heard it from. The person that mentioned it doesn't work for the company, so I don't know where they heard it from. Is what I mean by that. So I don't know how credible the information is, but I know that they've got a plan for the area. It should definitely be next on their agenda. So hopefully we will see an announcement maybe soon on what they are doing, but nothing will probably open until next year. But I think from whatever it's going to be, whether it's a ride or an indoor dark ride, don't know that much, could potentially be themed to Batman. Potentially. I mean, as we've said, we would love to see like a spooky island set up there. How cool would that be, right? Right by the Scooby ride. That'd be awesome. But someone reckons they've heard that potentially it could be a Batman themed ride. Don't know what though. Whether it's a flat ride, dark ride, not sure. That might not be correct either though. So don't hold me accountable for that. That's all I have heard so far. So we'll have to wait and see. They'll announce it when obviously when they're ready, and we'll certainly post everything on there and tell you guys all about it. Some of you probably hear it before me and will tell me about it, so, and I appreciate that too. Juliana's going to Movie World tomorrow. Well, enjoy that. Jaden saying, is it Jaden March says, I feel that there is two realistic options for motor coasters replacement: a new thrill or family coaster, and maybe a highly immersive dark ride. I reckon water ride's got to be in there somewhere too with motor coaster. We will see. Do you remember the Skylander at SeaWorld? Was that the chairlift that went across? If that is, I can't remember what it was called, but if that's the not the chairlift, it's I think it must be the Skylander, like cable car kind of thing. Yeah, I was working there at the time when they had them. I've been there as a guest on them many times. We'll go around. It would go from the top of the park down to the center of the park where the castle is, and do a loop back up the other end. They were cool. I really enjoyed that. And it just, anything moving like that kinetic energy looks incredible in theme parks. Just things moving, and that's what I guess we miss a lot, is that kinetic energy. So Matt Muffet saying, Hooray for Hollywood returns in April school holidays. I heard it's a different event for April school holidays. So have they announced that it is actually Hooray for Hollywood? Because they've just finished Hooray for Hollywood in January. It just seems weird that 3 months later they run it again. Do you know what I mean? But have you heard, is that Is that announced? I haven't seen it. So if that's been announced, well then that's cool. It's surprising if it is that they'll turn that around again so quick. I heard it was Heroes and Villains. That'd be moved from September to Easter. So I don't know. Again, I haven't heard it from the horse's mouth. That's just again what I hear around the traps. So let me know where you heard that from. Ryder's saying he had a very quick trip to Wet and Wild on Saturday, mostly in the wave pool. Hardly goes there, but should go more. Yeah, there's some really cool slides there. Mate, I'm the same. I go there occasionally, very rarely actually. When I do go, it's to film a video usually, and I always try to be like first in the queue or right up the front there. And I literally, because it's a water park, I don't like to film people like at a water park. I try not to film people unless it's unavoidable, obviously, where possible. But yeah, I try to get around, film the slides and things before it gets busy. Like I race around and get that. I mean, it's unavoidable sometimes to get people in shots, but it's obviously in distance type of shots, not not close up type of thing. So I literally will be in and out of Wet and Wild within an hour, 2 hours max to do all the filming. So when I do a video from there. But yeah, it is a great park. Used to go there years ago, a fair bit more. So, all right. Appreciate your comments, guys. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. And questions. Ryder's planning to head to SeaWorld next week with his sister. Awesome. You'll enjoy that. Lucas, when is the next time you're going to Dreamworld? I'm not too sure. I do try to cycle through the parks week to week. I mean, I only go to the parks on a Saturday. Sometimes I'll do 2, sometimes 3, but usually 1 or 2 parks on the day. I work full time. I work very long hours. I work early in the morning till late at night. So I have no time during the week to visit the theme parks just because I work full time. YouTube just does not pay enough to do it full time. But it'd be nice one day, but it doesn't. Reality is doesn't pay my mortgage. So yeah, don't know when I'm next there, but I'll be, maybe next week, maybe the week after. It just depends on what's going on. Yeah, and what else is going on as well. So, are you going to the Wiggles on the 5th of March? 5th of March. Let's see what day of the week that is, and I'll tell you straight away. No, it's a Thursday. So, no, as I say, I don't go during the day. So, yeah, look, I've seen them before in concert. They're really excellent performers, obviously. I think last year a couple of my subscribers did some videoing for me, and sent me the video, so I was able to use some of it. Obviously, I'm pretty particular about what I film, how I film. I appreciate what's sent to me. About a lot of people just, I'll just video this and send it. And it's a bit shaky or it's out of focus sometimes, But I was able to use some of the stuff from last time, just to make a small little thing saying, hey, they were here, at Dreamworld. So, but no, I won't be able to get to that show. But definitely worth doing if you can get there for that. I mean, I know there are kids performers, but the Wiggles are amazing, excellent, high energy too. I don't think a water ride is realistic, especially considering that it is a 10th anniversary of the other incident. Look, I mean, it depends what kind of water ride. A lot of the rides now that involve water, if you have a look on the latest ones that are being developed, and there's one opening in Dollywood later this year, and it's a roller coaster. So think about Storm Coaster for a second, right? That's actually a water coaster. It's mostly roller coaster, but it goes into the water, right? At the end, and it's like a log ride at the end. So I think that's the kind of thing where it's on its track. That's the kind of water rides they will do. Now, the newest one that they've released in France that that Riley went to, there's one similar to that in Dollywood opening this year. It's all indoors as well, and when it goes into the water, it actually acts like a boat. It floats, it bobs around. You'd swear on a boat, but it's on the roller coaster track, so completely safe. And then it comes out and then onto a roller coaster part. So that's the kind of thing I think that they'll look at investing into. Very expensive to do that kind of thing, but probably worth doing. So yeah. So not the old school traditional water rides. Okay, think old school. Nah, new technology, new ways of doing things. That's what I think we'll see if they go down that path. Did you ever see the old Bonnie and Clyde show at Movie World? Absolutely. I started going to Movie World literally the year after it opened. So anything like they had animal actors, like animal down like where Kids WB is. I think where Roadrunner roller coaster is. They had like animal actors, the animals down there, where the obviously they had the river ride, where the carousel is a roundabout. They had a shop there. It was a castle called Bug's Toys. The Gremlins ride, of course, was incredible. The Western show originally was outdoors. Then they built the show stage and made it the Grand Illusions show. I was there pretty much, and then I worked at the parks for several years as well. So pretty much seen every single part of the theme parks. I've been very fortunate to have been involved with them for over 10 years as well. So, a lot of input into the parks and from the retail and photographics perspective, also other properties like SeaWorld, Outback Spectacular, Wet and Wild, Paradise Country, Wet and Wild Sydney as well. So, over the years, it's been about 7 years since I left, or 8 maybe now. So I don't work there anymore. I just now enjoy the parks as a guest, showcasing the things that we can do as guests at the parks. That's what I do on this channel, as you would know. So yeah, certainly remember a lot from the old days, including all the pop-up shows like the Bonnie and Clyde. Flash Speed Force seems to be down again. Yep. So it was funny because on the weekend I was at Movie World and I looked at the ride maintenance schedule, and it was just Batwing and Flash Speed Force. I think that was it. I also looked at the plan maintenance. There was nothing else, no other dates. And then I had a message come through to me from one of the American YouTubers, Coaster Dolphin. If you don't follow him, by the way, you should follow him and check him out on Instagram. He's quite big on Instagram. He's on YouTube as well, and I believe TikTok as well. So Coaster Dolphin, check him out. He's got great content. He's here now, but he wasn't. In the weekend, he messaged me and said, hey, mate, I'm thinking of coming to Aussie next week. Is Hypercoaster going to be open? And Superman. I'm like, well, at the moment it says yes. And then he said he read somewhere that they would be down. And I'm like, I can't. The apps weren't closed and restarted the apps. And I said, no, it looks all open. But anyway, as I went searching online, it took a little bit to find this out. I found another schedule online. It wasn't even on the app or anything. And yeah, it was. I think it might have been on. Yeah, one of the other might have been on their website actually somewhere, but it wasn't on the app, or where you'd normally sort of easily find it. And then I had the full schedule there, and unfortunately, there's rides down at the moment now this week, including Hypercoaster, Superman, I think as well. So I said to him, because he was like, "Oh, should I come here or should I just go to Japan?" I'm like, maybe Japan's a better option right now if you were considering this. But then again, I think he wanted a taste of summer, so he's here now. And here he is here. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. It would be cool if he was, but no, him and his partner or girlfriend, I think, here in the Gold Coast, they were at Movie World today. Looks like he said they had an awesome day. So, even though there's some rides down, they've obviously had fun there today, and obviously visiting the parks. I think he's here for about a week or so. I think. So yeah, check him out. Give him a follow as well. But yeah, surprising that they didn't. That none of that stuff was on the app. I mean, it might be on the app now. I haven't checked today. Again, I have been busy this week, so at work. But there you go. If I was a CEO of a village or coast, what would you do different? Okay, if I was CEO of a village, communication, transparency. So what I mean by that is, for example, Doomsday area, they pulled the ride out, and you can still walk through the area. Obviously, big hole in the ground. No, there's no signage anywhere saying this is what's happening. And I think you just need to have a communication point for this for the public. Hey, this area we've removed a ride, we've decommissioned a ride. This is a future development area, so currently enjoy the props and photo opportunities in the area. Watch the space. A new exciting attraction coming in 2026 or 2027 or whatever it is. Even a QR code that someone could scan and potentially just have a look at, like, hey, well, what is actually coming? Yeah, so that's the kind of thing I think people want to, all kind of expect, and I think that's important. Dream will do it well. They do a great job of communicating what's happening. They put the hoarding fences up, and then they have the banner all around the fences with all the information. I think that's one thing that they could do different and better. Also, and I think Movie World's getting back to this now, but they need to turn it back into a movie park. It lost its way over the time. I don't know why it was so heavily Looney Tune and DC comic focused. It's a movie park, and yes, there's movies obviously in those IPs, of course, but I think it just kind of lost its way a little bit. And look, I was working at the time too, and decisions are made for various reasons, budgets mostly, I think. But now I think they've realized, and the direction now that I've seen, and I think we've all seen now, like, look at the stunt show. How awesome is that? That's a movie, even though it's not an IP, it's their own IP. And I think that's smart doing it that way. But how cool is the stunt show? Like, it is really awesome. And it's like a movie. So that's what you want to see. That's pretty cool. I love it. I love that show. And just having the movie vehicles back around the park. I mean, that's the kind of thing you want to see. And if they can ever get their hands on any other screen used or, movie vehicles, they should put them in the park and have a display. And people love that stuff. If they could get a set from a movie that's been filmed, a part of a set, even like they have done in, like, when they had the Batman Legacy. But don't forget, they had part of the set from, what was it? Aquaman. They had that was pretty amazing. They had the boat in there. They had a whole part of the set, actual set in there, because it was filmed on the Gold Coast, obviously. More of that kind of stuff, behind the scenes stuff, bringing back some kind of a studio tour. That's the kind of stuff I do different. Dream World, I think they're on the right path. I don't think there's too much I could say that I would do different. Really, I think they're absolutely on the right path in everything they're doing. I think maybe one thing is their events, like, for example, Halloween, Spring County Fair, those kind of events, and same with the Village Roadshow as well, when they have, like, the Carnival, and which is coming up, starting this weekend, by the way. White Christmas, Hooray for Hollywood's Heroes and Villains. Excuse me. They tend to just blueprint those events year in and year out with very little change. And each year, though, I know Christmas, they go biggest and best parade ever, and I cannot see any different myself. I mean, there might be, maybe there's an extra person in the parade, or I don't know. And that's the thing, like, that they have a lot of return customers. I know not everyone's a return customer or guest, but they need to try and do different things. They need to do more with the themed foods and drinks. I know for a while there they were full on with that stuff. Then it's kind of like there might be a frappe, and it's like, well, I want to try these themed foods. It's part of the event, and the US parks do it super well. I know they got more budget. I understand that. I used to work for the parks. I know how it works. I'm not putting them down. I just think that's what I like to see, and I like to put in more of. So I hope that answers your question. What happened with the waterfall in Calypso Bay under the cave bit? I'm not sure. Actually, I really don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe someone else on here knows the answer to that one. Okay, so Ryder's saying on the Hooray for Hollywood website, it says returns this Easter. All right. So Matt's saying you're calling it an encore. Excuse me. So an encore, like if you watch a show and you get an encore, it's like an extra. Okay, so it's an extra thing. So okay, yeah. I mean, again, I heard that it was heroes and villains, but if it says it on I'm not on the website at the moment. If it says it on the website, then it says it on the website. So, well, there you go. So there you go. So it looks like if that's what it's saying, you have to excuse my coughing. I'm probably getting sick or something. I don't know. So yeah, interesting if they bring that back. Very interesting. Well, I'll have to check it out, of course. So yeah, Easter is early April, so early to mid-April, basically. Or Easter weekend is like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, I believe. So yeah. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to catch up with comments. Of course. What was the guy's YouTube account name? Oh, okay, yeah. The mod has moderator has answered that question for you there. Coaster Dolphin, yeah. Check him out. He is here in Australia right now. Sensory room should be great at Movie World. Yeah, that's a good point. Is it Bubble Guppies? AUS? Yeah, they've got it at Dreamworld, haven't they? And I think that's an amazing thing they've done. So yeah, they actually, yeah, they need to do that at Movie World as well, because Movie World is a much louder, noisier place than Dreamworld. So they definitely need it there. I agree. They could be doing maintenance. Hey, King Dougie, the man. Thanks, jumping on, mate. He's saying they could be doing some maintenance, fixing the waterfall. Potentially, they could be too. Absolutely right. Matt's saying he just sent me a message about Hooray for Hollywood. Sorry, guys. If I miss your comment, by the way, as you know, no intentions. Just send it again, because there's a lot of comments. So I'm trying my best. I've just got a message from Coaster Dolphin, actually. So we'll get to Matt's one as well. Sorry. As I was saying, Coaster Dolphin from the USA. He's also obviously a coaster enthusiast. YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, he's on it. So he's they said they had an awesome day at Movie World. Scooby-Doo was open, and they absolutely loved it. They're saying easily it's the best Wild Mouse coaster ever. Wild West Falls was closed. Oh yeah, it's on maintenance too. That's a shame. Jeez. Green Lantern was open. He went on that. Superman was closed. Yeah, it was closed as well. So, he's saying Superman was closed on his last visit, and it's really an incredible accelerator coaster. Airtime was the best out of all the ones he's ridden. Well, there you go, because obviously there's other similar ones like that. So there you go. That's from Coaster Dolphin. So we'll give him a like on his comment there, and there you go. So yeah, it's cool. Like, it's cool that we're getting a lot of these coaster enthusiasts from the US and other parts of the world. All of a sudden now they're like, hey, we got to get to Australia. And there's a few other ones here just recently as well. No doubt you would have seen them. Movie World was reposting their content as well. Yeah, Riley was actually lucky enough to catch up with them because he actually caught up with a lot of these other guys while he was in the States, like DZ Rides and all those other guys that he was with. I think National Coasters. So yeah, so they were, they loved our parks because they're different, right? They're different. I mean, the USA have parks that are they spend way more money than here on rides and theming and all the rest of it. But considering what we've got for what they spend for what we have, ours are pretty good. And I know Coaster Dolphin, he's missed out on riding Rivals today. But most of them come down to Australia essentially to ride that ride because it's one of the best in the world. It's actually one of the best in the world. I've been on Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure in Florida. Easily one of the best coasters in the world as well. And it's a Mark coaster, same as Rivals. But when I was in Florida, I also went to Epic Universe last year and rode Stardust Races, which when I hopped off that, I'm like, that is the best roller coaster I've ever ridden. And it is. I mean, definitely Velocicoaster, it's pretty intense. It's probably, I don't know, I feel it's a little bit more intense than Rivals. I don't know, it felt more intense for me. Stardust Races is pretty intense, but pretty crazy in the fact that there's dueling coasters. And there's so many different elements of that ride. It just blew me away. But again, all these guys have been to these parks in the US, and now they're coming down here. So we're pretty lucky. And I really honestly put that down to the exposure that people like myself, not just me, obviously, like myself and all the other creators, we're all pushing content out there, and they're starting to take notice. Hey, there's some pretty cool stuff happening down in Australia. So that's good to see. It's really cool. And the good thing is that, a lot of them are, we reach out to each other, and we've sort of, you get this sort of bond. Or I guess we'll have similar interests, right? So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And sometimes we get to meet with them, hang out as well. So that's really cool. But yeah, we're definitely putting our parks on the map for sure. All right. Now I'll get back to your comments. Sorry if I missed your comment again. Just post it again. It's all good. Jason, hey mate, do you remember they had a roller coaster just up from the helicopter hitting to Movie World? Oh, just up from the helicopter. Yeah, it was on that. It was on the. It was where where the stingrays are. I think it was there. I'm pretty sure Ray Reef. I think that's where it was. And then when they took that down, they put the Ferris wheel there. They had those Ferris wheels that you could go inside and they were air conditioned. I think that one now is. I think that's the one that's in Brisbane now. I think. And then they turned it into Ray Reef. But yeah, I remember that. He said in the Movie World Friday and Carnival for Saturday, SeaWorld for the day. Carnival. If you see me, mate, say good day. Like I say, when I'm filming those events, it's a really short window. Always happy to stop and say a very quick hi, but that's the thing with those events. It's got to be a quick hi, and then I got to keep moving. So I got a time frame. I got schedules for those night events. They're only a very short 3-hour event. So but yeah, come say good day. Do I miss Arkham Asylum? No. It used to. This is what I remember from Arkham Asylum. Bang, 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 bang. Hop off. Oh, headache. Sick. Look, it was a cool coaster. It was pretty awesome actually. Like pretty intense. Wasn't my favorite though. I liked like in the beginning days, the whole entire theming. I went on that when it was new. So when they had the movie to start with, the whole theme, it was a whole experience. Like you're in the movie, and at the end you come out to the ride photo in the store, and then you had the garage and the cars, replica cars from the movie. Like it was just cool, really cool. I love that stuff. They still do all that kind of stuff in the US. Oh yeah, Jaden saying yeah. Just getting back to Watch Replacing Motor Coaster, and I mentioned before about the new ride coming to Dollywood, which is called Night Flight, and yeah, the one that's just open is in Mission. Was called Mission Bermudes, Bermudes, in France, and yeah, I think that's what they need to do. They won't do a rapids ride, obviously. They probably won't do a log flume. They'll do something more like that. That's what I think. Hey Cooper, new viewer, thanks for jumping on. Pretty appreciate it. Love the theme park content. Thanks, mate. I appreciate you jumping on. I'm here every second Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Queensland time. Q&A, ask questions, theme park related topics. We talk about what's happening. Yeah, it's just a bit of a chit chat. Pretty informal, pretty cool. A lot of awesome regular people on here as well. So it's cool. And these are moderated. There's a moderator on here as well. Yeah, Spy Chase is always a good watch. Definitely is. Hey, Squishy's Family Fun. Thank you for saying hi and jumping on. Hope you guys are all good. Zoe's off for the night. Thank you. Off to see maths, no doubt, or sleep. Thanks for jumping on, Zoe. No worries, Ryder. Jump off. No problem, mate. We got here. Did I know that movie world caught on fire near the Roxy Theatre? Yeah. I did see that. So it was in a facade. So what it looks like it's part of the building, and it's just a speaker up in that area up there, I believe. It looks like it was a small electrical fire. So, but obviously, it's anything like that can start off small and end up massive. So, yes, they had to get the fire brigade in to deal with it properly and make sure they went up there and made sure there was obviously no further spread of anything from safety perspective. So they got onto it real quick. These things happen. I mean, it can happen anywhere, unfortunately. So yeah, but no one was harmed or anything. So it's the main thing. Hopefully, movie we can buy the car from Supernatural. Yeah, you never know. They could potentially do a something in that Batman Legacy. They need to do something else in there for sure. Absolutely. So yeah, we shall see. Cooper says King Claw or the original Claw. For me, no Claw. The only Claw I like is the one that's sitting on my shelf there from there, or is it there from the original Claw? I'm not a fan of those rides, at all. They make me feel very sick and nauseous. However, I've got to say, they probably both made me feel about the same. So King Claw is obviously taller, faster, more G's. Should have made me felt worse, but I actually felt about the same. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great. Hopping off that. When I went to Rainbow's End about a year and a half ago, or maybe 2 years ago, they've got Stratosphere there. It's not quite as big, but maybe similar to the Claw, but it goes 360. They thought that because I was filming that they would run it for longer and on the fastest possible speed that thing can do, which they don't normally run it on. let's just put it this way. When I hopped off that, they were ready to, because I was being escorted around by their tech services manager because I was filming, and by their marketing. I had to say, I need an hour. I'm toast. So I literally had to like sit lie down on a table for like an hour to come right. I I probably came inches away from vomiting, put it that way, inches. And then when thought I was about to vomit, I just like, oh, I feel better now. I came right. So, oh, not good, not good. But I think most people are preferring the King Claw. If you talk to people that have been on both, I think King Claw's the favorite now. All right. Squishy's Family Fun. I used to pass out on the Arkham Asylum ride. Yeah, I probably came close, very close. Even Superman, actually, the part where you've just gone over the top hat and down, and then there's a part just before you go through the building that pulls. I can't remember how many G's there is. It must be 3 point or 4 something, maybe 4 G's, 3 point something G's through there. I always come very close to passing out there. So I don't ride it too often anymore because I'm also on medication that lowers my blood pressure. And when you already got low blood pressure, and when you get the G-force like that, you sort of got to force yourself to try and stay awake, if you know what I mean. Like it takes a fair bit to push through that. But yeah, Arkham was pretty full on. Morgs Brown immediately checked the maintenance schedule for Movie World and SeaWorld, and I feel like they've gradually been extending the time that they've actually have the ride down for. Yeah, I think you might be right there, actually. I think you are right. Yeah, it looks like they're a couple of months now that things are down for. Yeah. Question there is, do I prefer Movie World or Dream World? I get asked this a fair bit. Now, a couple of things. I'm a movie sort of park person. My favorite parks in the world is Universal Studios in the world, hands down. But I still love Disneyland. I love other theme parks. I love our parks. So I lean in towards more movie-based stuff. It's just my interest. However, I think because each park is so different here in Australia, I kind of don't really have a favorite. The reason why is because they each have their own atmosphere, theming, identity, experiences. So I don't feel like when I go to one, I don't feel like it's competing against another one so much. So, and I think that's a good thing. You can experience different things. So, for that reason, to be honest, I probably don't have a favorite because I love how Dreamworld is such a big park, and there's thrill rides, there's also family rides, and there's the night markets, the night food markets, and there's entertainment. There's things happening there. The wrestling's coming back again soon. There's things on all the time, event stuff, and their events are. I know that Dreamworld is heavily focused on their event part of their business. Like the likes of like the Happy Halloweens and the Spring County Fair or Country Fair, I think it's called now. I think you'll find that they might be looking at additional things as well. Again, it brings more value to the park and gives guests more options. So I like them. I don't have a favorite. I got to say, I don't have an actual favorite. I like them each for what they are, even though I am more of a movie person, if you know what I mean. But Universal, hands down, number one. Any Universal park. The US ones are better than Singapore, but I still loved Singapore better than our parks here. I got to say, it's Universal Studios. So that's just me. Yeah, look, back to the maintenance. Morg's saying that maybe they're running the maintenance longer to make the rides run a little bit shorter to give them a bit more longevity. It could be the case, potentially, because parts are expensive, as we know. When they break down, it's hard to get some of the parts. Squishy's Family Fun. They need to bring back the old school rides like the Bermuda Triangle, Viking Flume, Gremlins. Yeah, Gremlins for sure. I love that. Bermuda Triangle, absolutely. There's still one at Movie Park Germany right now. It's called Area 51. Incredible. It's exactly the same ride. Viking Flume. Yeah, look, it was cool, but it wasn't anything spectacular, really. I'd rather have the River Rapids. The Looney Tune River ride back at Movie World. Unreal Dark ride. That was my favorite. Bring it back as a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory theme. That's what I like to see. Mick, always loving the content, Jaggs, along with the Theme Park Cartel podcast. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Heading to Epic Universe at the end of the year. Super keen. Awesome, man. I loved it. Can't wait to go back as well. So it's funny when I was there. Actually, no, it wasn't when I was at Epic, but when I was in Florida, I was at Universal Studios. I think the day after, I was at Epic. One of my subscribers texted me and goes, "Weird question. You're not at Universal Studios Florida by any chance? I swear I've seen someone that looks like you." I'm like, I am. I'm in the Transformers queue line right now. How crazy is that? And then I had another family come up to me, from Australia. Oh, well, we follow you. Like, crazy. All over the other side of the world. There you go. Hope you have an awesome time. Epic Universes definitely lives up to its name. Crazy, crazy, crazy. If you do listen to Theme Park Cartel podcast, and if you do support us on Patreon, there is a Patreon enthusiast event coming up soon. We did one last year at Aussie World. We had about 20 odd people there. Everyone just loved it, enjoyed the day, and said we'll definitely pay money to come to another one. So it's a separate ticketed event. So this is something we do probably annually. It'll be at one of the parks, one of the theme parks or attractions, and yeah, you got to pay to get in, or if you've got a pass, you can get in with your pass. It'll be a separate ticketed event for things that you can't normally get if you're a guest in the park. So we've been working very hard on this next one. Like it's literally been nearly a year in the making, probably 10 months in the making, in the planning. It's coming up, so it'll be released to the Patreon only members first. If we sell out there, then that's it. So if we haven't sold out by the date that we need, we'll then release that to the Cartel podcast members, and then if we need to, then we'll branch it out onto our channels. But it's for enthusiasts. I guess most people on here are an enthusiast, and it's just for you to enjoy something completely different. So we're going to announce that on the Theme Park Cartel podcast Patreon. That's coming up in probably a couple of weeks' time. So anyway, thank you for listening to the podcast as well. We have pared that back now to monthly. There's so much work that goes into doing a podcast. Remember, there's 3 of us that do it, and we're all busy and have other things. We have other lives, obviously, as well. So I think sometimes you can have too much. Like I do this every fortnight for you guys, and I enjoy it. You guys hopefully enjoy it. And podcast, it may even this year start to pare back a little bit further. We'll still continue it, but obviously there's so much happening in between each one. Whereas if we have a podcast, I don't know, we haven't decided yet. Let's just say it's every 3 months. There'll be so much more to talk about and discuss, and that's gone on, and trips and things. There'll be more to it, if you know what I mean. More guts and something to look forward to. So anyway, check it out. You find it on Spotify. Squishy's Family of Fun are about to hit up Tokyo Disney and Disney Sea and Universal. That's the trip I want to do next. I would love to go there and do that. Wow, that sounds awesome. So you must be heading there shortly. Oh, and Universal Singapore as well. Insane. Any hot tips? Okay, well, I haven't been to Japan, so I can't really advise you on anything to do with Japan. Singapore, I can tell you whatever you want to know about Singapore, really. We spent a week there and explored a fair bit of the place. It's not a very big place; about 7 million people live there. Singapore's it's a country, but it's pretty much just a CBD, a large CBD, really. If you're familiar with New Zealand, right in the centre of the North Island, there's a lake called Lake Taupo or Taupo. I can't pronounce it right. Most people say Taupo, right? The size of Lake Taupo is pretty much the size of Singapore, but with 6 million or seven, might be 7 million, 6 or 7 million people living in it. So, it, however, it didn't seem that crowded. Everyone lives in high rises, but there's beautiful like parklands and things around the city. Um, the architecture is stunning. It's beautiful. Um, what else? There's so much to do there. Sentosa Island is incredible. The easiest way to get around is the subway, all underground. The trains run automatically every 4 minutes. You can go anywhere. If you've used subways before and other parts or trains, if you use trains regularly, you pretty much know how to read the train stop maps, right? They're all just lines and dots. Um, Everyone speaks English in Singapore. It's pretty much the first language there. Okay, so you'll find there signage is all basically in English. You'll see some Chinese, Mandarin, maybe signs, but like it's basically English. So um, they have pretty strict laws there. No chewing gum. They don't even sell chewing gum there at all. I think if you get caught chewing gum, it's the death penalty. No, it's not the death penalty if you chew gum, but I think they just hang you instead. No, they don't. No, but no, there's no gum sold there. it's it's illegal, so don't take gum with you to Singapore. Um, but yeah, you just oh yeah, and you definitely cannot just cross the road wherever you want to. I think you get arrested for that. So it's like I'm not joking about that. It's pretty serious. You can only cross at the crossings only. Even if you just want to go from there to there, you can't. You got to walk down there, cross, and back up. You just got to abide by the rules. But Singapore, very, 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 very humid, like you wouldn't believe. It's on the equator, so it's like 30 something degrees all the time, between 70 and like 100% humidity, like all the time. Sweat. It's just constantly. You need water all the time, bottled water. Um, yeah. Theme park wise, I bought tickets on Klook. They have deals. I'd say most people say a day at Universal Studios Singapore. I reckon 2 days to be fair, to really experience everything, the rides, the foods, the shows. I'm a person that doesn't want to miss anything, so I find like actually we only had a day, I got to say, and I probably didn't get. I got all the rides done and the shows and everything, so we're fine. We got it covered, but it was really rushed. Like you know, don't eat at Goldilocks Chicken down at the Shrek area. Don't eat there. I'd probably eat at Mel's Hamburger, Mel's Diner. I'd probably eat there or somewhere different. The food in Singapore at Universal Studios, it's not operated by Universal America. It's it's um it's owned by Universal Studios, but it's operated and run by Singapore Resorts World Sentosa. So the food in there, whilst they try and theme it here and there, it's not Universal Studios sort of Europe like Western food. It's more Asian style. But yeah, the chicken, the Goldilocks chicken is terrible, terrible, terrible. Don't eat there. Save yourself a lot of money. Um, Singapore as a whole, it's not cheap. Go to the hawker centers for foods, food courts, and things like that. The food's good, but don't go there to buy clothes and shoes and stuff. It's very, very, very super expensive. But go there, get on the subways, pop up at different places, have a good look around. It's really nice, and we loved it, and we'd definitely go back. If you've got any specific questions about Universal Studios or Sentosa Island, send me a message. All good there. But yeah, it sounds exciting, and I'd love to hear how your Japan part went as well, because obviously, yeah, yeah, we want to get over to Japan at some point too. All right. A Viking Flume has childhood memories for you. Yeah, fair enough. In nostalgia, I get that too, 100%. Hey, John. He's sorry, man. I'm behind on the comments. So John's saying, yeah, this isn't lagging. I'm just behind because I'm yakking too much. But um, John's saying that at the Dreamworld Night Markets this weekend, they have an old school car show. You did see that advertised. Not sure. Is that Friday and Saturday or just Friday? But we'll definitely worth checking out. And again, if you're not a pass holder, it's just $2 to get in. You get food trucks, entertainment, and old school car show. How cool is that? Check it out. Get on the Dreamworld Night Markets Facebook page. They have all the info on there. It's just pretty cool. There you go. John is also saying that he went to the last enthusiast event at Aussie World. And he said it was fantastic, and that was in the sunny coast. So thank you for that coming along as well. Yeah, the next one's going to be pretty exciting. King Dougie, he's saying DC Hypercoaster, Batwing, Space Shot, Junior Driving School, Flash Speed Force, all on maintenance. I think Wild West might be too. Was closed today anyway. Trident, SpongeBob, and on maintenance at SeaWorld. Thanks, man. Squishy's Family Fun loves the lives. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hope the music's okay tonight, guys. It's not annoying you. Let me know if you can't hear me. I'll turn it down or turn it off. That's all cool. Sometimes I think it's just better when I pause. There's some music going rather than just me going, pause. Squishy's also loves the North Island. We're looking to buy there. Okay. If you want to know where, I used to live there. I can tell you good spots and not so good spots. Kaboom is on maintenance at Wet and Wild. If you're heading to Wet and Wild, thanks, Dougie. Apparently, yeah, John's saying if you're heading to Disney in Japan, it's hectic because there's so many people in Japan. And Disneyland obviously is so busy as well. You got to get there super, super early. I've seen photos and videos of people, and it's just like queuing there, and it's mad, crazy mad. A lot more people in Japan, I guess. Any thoughts when Dreamer will announce their next project? I think they're holding off because they don't want to just bump another thing in to take the limelight off King Claw. You know what I mean? And even Rivertown got sort of straight away. It was like, here's Rivertown. By the way, King Claw's coming. Like I think they're going to have a break. So they'll know what they're doing for sure. I think we'll get an announcement maybe at the back end of the year, either mid-year or back end of the year. I reckon we'll get an announcement of what's happening there. And it'll be probably something that's going to open end of 27. Personal opinion, but I think maybe. Potentially. So we'll have to wait and see. You did the Disney cruise. That's right. Disney cruise as well. Another thing I'd love to do one day. Hey, Buzzy's off. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I don't ignore questions. I sometimes miss questions. Apologies. You did ignore my question. I didn't ignore it. And some comments I made, which you can read and answer now. It's fine, though. Enjoy the rest of your week. Love your content. Have a great sleep. Thanks, mate. Sorry about that. Again, I keep saying all along, if I miss your comment, just keep pushing them forward. So apologies, Buzzy, on that one. I can't even see where your comment is. I will try. I'm trying to find your comment. Oh, here we go. who is the person behind Jaggs Mods. Why would you like to know that? We have several moderators actually for Jaggs Mods, so it's whoever's available on the night. So it's not one person specifically. So that answers your question there. I send a message out to the team, and whoever's free that night. If no one comes back to me, I say I'm going to choose one of you, and then someone will say, "Okay, I'll do it." So it's cool. So that's I've got a few people there. Was that sorry, Buzzy? Was that your only question? Apologies on that one again. I don't intentionally try to miss any questions. Also, the feed moves pretty quick sometimes. Like I'm reading, and then it just goes up, and I think I got the right spot, but then sometimes I miss. So, yeah. I know we did get you a question there about who's the guy on the YouTube we were talking about, and the mod answered Coast of Dolphin, and I mentioned that I think as well. So, yeah, I don't think you had it. If you had any other questions, you can always send me a message on Instagram. I always will get back once I get home from work. I go through my Instagram and reply to you guys. So. But again, Buzzy, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you spending some time on the live stream. Ileana's saying she almost passed out on Scooby-Doo. Oh, really? Which part? That's pretty crazy. Can't wait to go back to the Goldie to ride the Scooby-Doo coaster. Hopefully over the spooky season. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. I'll have to go on the Disney cruise from Singapore. Yeah. Actually, a friend of mine's going to be working on that ship. He was working at Universal Singapore. He's back here at the moment, and I think he's heading over for the maiden voyage. So maybe that might be on the cards. Problem is, it costs money, and you got to have money. That's the problem. Anyway, it gets harder and harder to save, doesn't it? But you got to have a plan. Is it Robert M? Yep. G'day, Shane. How long's a pass last for Movie World, Paradise Country, SeaWorld, and Wet n Wild? Or is Dream World best pass to get? I think all the passes are annual, so 1 year passes. There is obviously other options. If you're on holidays, you can get like 3 day, I think it is, or maybe what do you call it? I guess week passes for tourists and stuff. So there's several options. Look, end of the day, Dream World, usually their passes are a bit cheaper. It does include their water park as well, which is out next door to Dream World. So you've got Dream World, you've got their water park, and you've got the Q1 Sky Deck as well. It's free entry to get up there. And look, I know we all don't go up there too often, but I tell you what, if you're living in the Gold Coast or if you're coming on holiday, it's definitely worth checking out. They do an awesome like breakfast up there. They've got cocktails, restaurant, amazing views, obviously. Best time to go up there, I think, is late afternoon. Let's just say about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half before sunset, because then you stay up there for sunset and you see all the lights come on, and it's incredible. And, you know, there's that, I call it magic hour between just as it's starting to get dark and just, you know, and all the lights come on, but it's still kind of light, but there's that nice color in the sky, and the atmosphere is like electric. Do you know what I mean when I say that? And I love that. And then you see it getting darker, and then the city comes to like life. The night comes to life. That's my favorite time to visit up there. If you haven't done that, highly recommend it. Okay. Obviously, with Robert, with that pass, the Village Roadshow one includes obviously their water park, Movie World, SeaWorld, Wet n Wild, obviously Paradise Country as well. So they all have huge value, providing you're using them often. That's the key thing, is make sure you can get to the parks to get the value out of the tickets. I certainly do. I'm there every single week. Most weeks. All right. That's because she's saying perfect opportunity for you to jump on the ship when it's in Singapore. That's a good idea. Money comes and goes. Just do it. Money normally goes on bills. I tell you, not much left at the end of the payday, but anyway, like you say, comes and goes. You live once, right? You live once, so might as well go into debt. Do the things you love and enjoy life. I always say. Magic hour sounds amazing. Yeah. I mean, like if you, no matter where you are, if you're out and about, if you're outdoors, particularly, like you might be going for a walk somewhere, and or you might be down in the city or seaside at a restaurant or a bar or a cafe, and then and you're in that sort of that magic hour when the lights start coming on. I love that. Just especially on a Saturday, it feels better on a Saturday than a Sunday. Sunday feels good, and then you think, geez, got work tomorrow. The Saturday is like, yes, it's Saturday. The night is young, and yeah, I love it. But yeah, you should get up there. Check out the Q1. Best sunsets are on Kuta Beach in Bali. I've never been to Bali, and to be honest with you, like I'd believe that too. But Bali's definitely not on my bucket list as a priority. Put it that way. Unfortunately, it's just not. I don't know. I've friends of mine have been there and have told me a lot of things and experiences they've had, and hasn't all been great. Look, some have been great for sure. Obviously depends where you go, what you do, right? What you know, what you don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. It's not something that I'm not sure about it, if you know what I mean. But you've obviously been there and enjoy it, and most people that go there rave about it and keep going back there. So it's obviously worth going to, which is cool. What? Stay in is it Nusa Dua? I could stay in Nusa, Sunshine Coast. Okay, Nusa Dua. I'll look it up. Definitely look it up. So it sounds, it's good to know people that have been there, and if they've gone to a specific place, they say, don't go here instead. Definitely worth that. Jack Bollinger, and apologies if I've pronounced your name wrong. Thank you, by the way, Jack, for the coffees as well. It's very appreciated. Your comment is, hey, Jaggs, watch the Queensland Police Academy. Oh, sorry, the old Police Academy show on YouTube. It was so good. It was, wasn't it? It was excellent. We'd love to see more of them in the future. Yeah, I mean, I tell you, there's so many clips on YouTube of the old shows and things. Police Academy was one of a kind. 100% was one of a kind, and I reckon they're sort of almost close. Almost close again with their current show to kind of how it felt and the excitement with the crowd warm up and that, and that's the thing. He was called Mad Mike when it was Police Academy, I guess. And he warmed up the crowd, and they brought him back for a contract of, I think it was 2 months, 1 or 2 months. And he did the crowd warm up. I got to see him. He is the best. Now, he has trained up the other people that do that now. And I haven't actually been back to see them, how good they are. But, they sort of warm up the audience, and they sort of, they can't tease people in a fun way. But I tell you who does that well, and if you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. It's the guy that warms up the crowd at SeaWorld Orlando. I think it's, what's his name? Is it Tim? Correct me if I'm wrong. Mind blank. I think it might be. But he's a mime anyway. Okay, so black and white, sort of striped, white face with the little black eyes. He wears a hat, and he's a mime. But there's a few of them that do it. But there's Tom the mime. Thanks for that. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, Tom. I think it was T, right? T something. Tom the mime. He is the best. Like there's others that do it, and I've seen videos of others, and they are excellent. Don't get me wrong, but he is just the best. He is next level, and there's people that just make videos just on him. Like, he's that good. It's that good. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, watch Tom the Mime on I think it's on TikTok or Instagram, probably both of those. He is so funny. The things he does, interacts with the crowd, and it's just while people are getting seated. It's so good. And I'd love to see that live one day. And I think hopefully one day I'll get to see that live. Am I coming to Victoria? It's certainly on the cards. Nothing specifically planned yet, though. I'll let you know. Yeah. You never know. This time last year, I was like probably not sure if I'll go anywhere, and then ended up going to Florida. That was an unexpected trip that was offered, so can't say no. And then we ended up going as a family to Singapore as well. So you never know what the year brings as far as travel. Let's replacing motor coaster. Yeah, we're sort of talking about that before. We're hoping for maybe an immersive dark ride or something that's a water ride, but not the old school kind, like the coaster kind of water rides. I mean, might be another coaster, like dry coaster. I don't know. Who knows? I don't think we'll see an announcement till the end, maybe mid this year or end of next year. No, sorry, mid this year or toward the end of this year for a possible next year or year after open. So I think they're just having a bit of a breather, giving the park a bit more TLC in the areas that needs it, giving the new attractions time to breathe and get people on them and enjoying them. And then they'll probably hit that up, with a new attraction down the track, I would imagine. Squishy's Family Fun, thank you for jumping on. The dog's going nuts at the possums out the backyard. No problem at all. Thank you so much for jumping on. Keep up the great work as well. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for that. We'll definitely see you soon. Have a great night and a great week. He has YouTube as well. Matt's saying Tom the Mime has YouTube as well. Yeah, Shorts, I've seen it on Shorts. Hey, Morgs, basically admitted that the parks are all making it harder for everyone to feel like a VIP due to the upcharges and additional costs that guests could invite at the parks. Yeah, things are getting pricey there. I know. I don't know how much Fast Track is now, but to me, it's very, 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 very pricey. And if your whole family, if there's a family of 4 or 5, like if you're going at peak time of year, you almost need Fast Track. And geez, it's just super expensive. So yeah, look, everything's all prices are going up everywhere, not just theme parks, obviously, everywhere. I do like the additional VIP things they've got on offer for the premium pass at the moment. However, they end in June, I believe. So that's the only thing that, it's a bit like hopefully they'll carry it on, because I do feel like there's more value there now. Although I went to Movie World on Saturday morning. I was there probably about 10:30, I reckon. So there was actually still queues at the gate going through the turnstiles. So I'm like, cool, I'm a premium pass holder. I'm just going to walk up to the premium pass holder entry and go straight in. Close. I'm like, there's a sign. No one there. Chains up. Walk back to the back of the queue. Like that I didn't tell anyone. I'll ask what's going on there. Maybe they only have it open I don't know, for 5 minutes. I have no idea. When I went to SeaWorld a month or so ago, it was open. I went straight in. I loved it, and I have used it once at Movie World as well, actually. So, um, yeah, I don't know what the go was there. You're advertising this value. You got to have it open. I mean, close it at like midday when everyone's in, or when there's no queues. Fair call. Don't need a staff member on there for that time, but there was still queues at that 10:30. Like, anyway, that's my that's my whinge. Did you know Scooby-Doo crossover with Supernatural is one of the Supernatural episodes? I didn't know that. Very interesting. You never know. They might put that theme into there one day. Any of the theme park cartel doing Sydney Easter show? I'm not sure. I'll probably be away over Easter, so and it's hard to get time off. I've just got family commitments at that time, so I'm not sure if any of the other guys are going anywhere. I think Riley's got another overseas trip booked for his wheel spinning thing this year, maybe 2 trips even on his channel. And I think Adrian's going to he's going to the US. When did he say? Oh, forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it might be May. I can't remember. Apologies, Adrian, if you're on this and you're like, I told you. Sorry. But yeah. So not sure. Sorry about if anyone's going down to the Easter show. Probably won't get time to. Have you seen Road Rage with Russell Crowe? It's great and reminds me of driving in Gympie. I haven't been to Gympie, and I actually haven't seen that movie. I'll have to check it out. It's cool. I tell you what, in the Gold Coast, man, the traffic's bad. Road rage every day. I see it every day. I drive every day on the roads for my job, and it's crazy. So much aggression on the road. It's just insane. It's beyond me, actually. But anyway, Matt's saying that they opened the premium pass holder entry for 15 minutes. To me, that's not good enough. It's actually not good enough. It's like they've given you this value and they've just gone, here it is. Oh, it's gonna take it away. Go to the other queue. You know what I mean? Like have it open for an hour or something, or judge it. But when you rock up and there's a queue and you go to walk up there, it's not good. Jaggs, is your intro music custom made? Yes, it is absolutely custom made. You will not find that anywhere else. Cool. All right. Cool. I reckon we're just about done tonight, guys. Record time. Wow, hour and a half. I mean, that's. I always try and aim for an hour and a half, 2 hours max. I mean, end of the day, I know other people have got, people got work. Other people in other states, it's later there, or countries, it's later there, and obviously there's maths on that, So yeah, it's all good though. But I just want to say a big thank you to everyone again for taking your time out to spend time every second Wednesday night here on the live stream. Muchly appreciated. I hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, if you've got questions and stuff, we'll discuss stuff. Like we've been doing. We'll find out any news and what's happening. Sometimes people on here know things that no one else knows. So that's good. We learn stuff as well. So and cool, if you've been over to other theme parks and other parts of the world and you want to mention some stuff as well, we certainly are keen to hear about it as well, and yeah, so appreciate everyone jumping on. Jamie says Mrs. Jaggs must be a saint with your schedule. Look, we're all busy, actually. We all have hectic schedules. Sometimes after this live stream, I've got to go and pick up my wife from work an hour later or half an hour later even. So it's a bit crazy. Absolutely. But we make it work. That's the main thing. Thanks, Shane. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you taking the time to do the live stream. No problem at all. Enjoy the coffee. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I always appreciate anyone who supports the channel, whether it's just by watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing the videos, subscribing to the channel. That's really appreciated. That's the stuff that really supports the channel and doesn't cost you anything. Hitting the hype button also. I know a lot of you on here do that, and that's always appreciated. The buy me a coffee is, it's never expected by anyone. Look, some weeks go by and and I don't get any, and it's absolutely fine because, look, the people that have supported me with that, it's appreciated. Obviously, you get a shout out with that on the video as well, and a reply to me via the app at the time or around the time of you sending me the buy me a coffees. I really appreciate people that do that, but it's everyone that's supporting the channel and just enjoys the videos. This is a lot of work in terms of going out. Just to give you a quick background, I got, whenever I'm going to the parks, I have a topic in mind. I have to pre-plan. It's like a movie, or when you watch a movie or a TV show, they've already scripted it, right? They've worked out the start, the middle, the end, the punchline, or whatever, how it's going to look, what they're going to do. I have to do the same. I don't just go there and just randomly, you know what I mean? Like I plan it. That's why I've got an agenda in my head. I'm boom, boom, boom. And then it's the editing to put it all together and piece it together to make it how I want it to look. And hopefully you guys enjoy it and get some enjoyment out of it and keep wanting to watch more videos. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's literally sometimes most of these videos that you watch for 20 minutes, half an hour, take a good 6 or 7 hours to actually edit. So that's the reality. Editing is finicky. It takes time. Finding the right music to blend it in, the transitions. Sometimes I got to voice over stuff to make it flow, and it's a lot of work. But I enjoy it. It's my hobby. It's my weekend hobby. So anyway, I do it because I enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. Colleen, yeah, hi. Yeah, you got a quick question from Bella? Yeah, go ahead. Not a problem at all. We got time. 6'7"? Is that the 6'7"? Is that the question? No, it's not the question. That was so 2025, mate. That was so 2025. This year, it's 8'9". How do I make the custom music? Believe it or not, I won't say who, but, well, yeah, one of my friends does used to do music producing, and obviously still has all the knowledge and gear. So they made it how I wanted it to sound, and yeah, so it's custom. So I'm not using, like, you guys that have been watching for years. Obviously, I had a different intro music for quite some time. A lot of people still miss that one. I don't really miss it. Now and then I'll watch a video that's the old one and that has the old beginning on it. You got to start somewhere. You evolve. I'm happy with the music. I'm not going to change it. I'm not planning to change it. So yeah, hopefully you like it. Hopefully you like it. Yeah, Colleen. Yeah, you have a question from yourself and Bella. Oh, the question is, what does Jaggs mean, right? Yep, no worries. Well, Jaggs is part of my last name, so and it's my journey. So it's my journeys essentially. So Jaggs Journeys. So this isn't, even though predominantly, mostly my content is mostly theme park oriented content, orientated content. That's what I enjoy the most. But this is also about attractions, food. It's anything fun, a bit of travel. So it's my journeys. Theme parks are a bit of it. Like some people just do theme parks, and again, high percentages theme parks, of course. But it's now and then you're like a few weeks ago, you'll see a video on Singapore on the gardens at the bay. The cloud forest and the flower dome. Like attractions. The luge at Sentosa Island. There's videos on there of the Hollywood Museum when I went to Hollywood, and there's actual movie props and costumes, like the original Batman and Robin costume. The originals are in there, and I've got it on video. The original Superman costume, Wonder Woman costumes, like the original stuff, TV worn, screen used stuff. Like I've got videos on that on this channel as well. So it's a bit of everything, and it's my journey from whatever I decide to do. So you won't always see, you'll mostly see theme park videos, but you don't always see theme park videos on the channel. And hey, look, sometimes their views are less, and I kind of get disappointed. I got 17,000 subscribers and sometimes 400 views. You think, well, why? But end of the day, it doesn't matter really. Like I enjoyed going there, so I'm going to film it to make a video. Someone might enjoy it. So over time, the videos creep up and get more. They get more views and stuff over time as well. So yeah. That's pretty much the Jaggs. And then again with that question you had about what does Jaggs Journeys mean or Jaggs mean, that's how I also come up with my logo. Okay, so if you look at my logo, right, the actual, and I come up with this myself, and I know it's simple, but I designed it myself after quite a number of different versions of it. So basically, if you look at that red arrow there, basically symbolizes the YouTube play button. So the reason why there's a star there, so pretty much when you talk about a movie or a TV show, it's starring Jaggs Journeys on YouTube. So that's what that means, starring Jaggs Journeys on YouTube. So that's how I come up with the logo. So there you go. Just in case you were wondering. So yeah, thanks for your question, though, and that's what this is all about. It's Q&A. It's chat about theme parks, attractions. So yeah, all good there. Matt's off now. Thank you. Yeah, mate. We'll say good day Saturday. Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate it. Sorry, mate. I have forgotten your Insta message. Apologies. See, I get carried away, and then all of a sudden I miss other stuff. Let's see. Apologies for that. Yeah. Okay. So Matt has put the information about from Movie World about Hooray for Hollywood. So it says reunite with classic characters, experience Hollywood show moments, including our incredible movie magic parade, and just says returns this Easter. Hooray for Hollywood. So it's definitely returning this Easter. There you go. So that's, I can't believe it actually. Like why put that on when it's just literally just finished last month? And then it's Easter's a month away. Anyway, go figure. They did that one other year. I think when they moved Heroes and Villains one year. I think that's what happened one year. They moved Heroes and Villains, and it was, I can't remember. I think it was September, and then they moved it to December or like something like that. Anyway, I think so. Anyway, thank you for sending that through. That is appreciated. And sorry, I did miss getting back to that one. Apologies for that. Anyway, thank you for the info. All right, so we got make a playlist of the music on here. Yeah, I could. I suppose. Yeah, when I have time. Hope you didn't mind the music tonight. Can you hear it or just faintly? I don't know. It's just going through my phone. It's not like anything connected. Great. Um, huge. Oh, sorry. Luge video was great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Would love something as long as that in Australia. The Big Banana course is good. Just a little short. Yeah. A couple of people I know have gone there into that one now. So, yeah. It's funny though that there's 4 different tracks at Sentosa, and they're all not that long. I mean, they're good. They're lengthy, but they're not like long. Like in New Zealand, if you go to Rotorua and you go up to the luge up there, and it is run by the same company, I believe. You go up on the cable car right to the top, and it's just one track, but it's really long and fast, and it goes all the way to the bottom. Like that is like you feel like, man, you like that's a really cool ride. I haven't been there for years. I think it's still there. Pretty sure it is. Yes. Anyway, but still, there's I think 4 different tracks you can do at Sentosa Island, and yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, maybe one day I will get down to the Big Banana to try that one there. Um, haven't been there, so potentially there. My wife loved your lowrider video. Very cool cast. Thanks for that. Yeah, look, I mean, it's a great event. Hard to. I'm not that knowledgeable. I love cars, but I'm not that knowledgeable on those cars specifically. Like I know Impalas and stuff like that, but I'm not sure on the workings of the hydraulics and or how that'll work. So I didn't really speak too much in that video because I don't know a lot about other than saying, "Wow, this is pretty cool." Pretty cool. um, other than that, I don't want to make out. I try to make like I know what I'm talking about with them because I didn't. I got friends that own the cars as well, and who build them and stuff. So, um, I suppose if I was running short of time that day, so if I had more time, then maybe I would have been able to talk to more people or the friends that I know and have them on and explain about the cars and what all that stuff's all about. So maybe that's enough for another video. But yeah, thanks for watching that one. I appreciate it. When are you getting back on to do a live on YouTube? We're on live right now. This is YouTube. What are you talking about? Do you mean like at a park again, like one of the theme parks? I take it that's what you mean. Um, look, randomly I will decide to do that. My number one thing is I'm there to film a video. I've got to get the video done, and then also I run short of time. I'm very very busy person. Other things going on like outside of this, so sometimes I just got to go film and go. So I don't have time to then do a live as well. It just depends what's going on. The last one I did was obviously a motor coaster. And that was pretty cool. Yeah, I had a lot of people. We had over 100 people, I think, on that live stream, which is good for YouTube. To be honest with you, most YouTube live streams I get maybe up to about 50, so that was actually quite good. I do lives occasionally on TikTok, so if you don't follow me on TikTok, do so. I don't I don't post. I post on there, and I got a few thousand or a couple of thousand followers on there, but I'm not a TikToker as far as I'm not on there all the time. Um, like you'll see stuff on there regularly, but not all the time. So occasionally, though, I will do a live on TikTok, depending on the content, because there's a much wider audience. For example, when I did Ferophobia, I did normal videos as well, but I also did TikTok live because I know the owners, and the name of the game was to get as much exposure out there as possible for them to get people to come and visit the event. So TikTok, I had I think I had a few thousand people on there, and we had like that's what we were doing. We were saying we'll take you through a maze if we can get 50,000 likes, and we got 50,000 likes. So I was able to take people through one of the mazes with a light on a live stream. So that was with the permission of the owners. So I can do cool things like that because these guys are, we're promoting them as well, and don't expect anything in return. So they love that as well. So that's pretty much it depends. But I will be doing more YouTube videos in parks when I can. So stay tuned and subscribe to Jaggs Journeys. Make sure you keep the notification bell on, because that'll tell you when I do go live or upload videos. All right. I think we might be at the end of all the questions. Yes. Again, thanks everyone for taking the time out of your busy nights and from watching maths or whatever it is, or to be on the live stream here. I'll be back in 2 weeks on a Wednesday. Only time I'll change it is if there's like a State of Origin game on, or if I've happened to have to be somewhere else. And I'll let you guys know, obviously, if we can't do a live stream. But yeah, set a reminder for every second Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Queensland time. We're here and we Q&A, theme parks, attractions, all that kind of stuff. So thank you all so much for being on here tonight. I really appreciate you all, and thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the subscription, or subscribing, I should say, and following the social media platforms as well on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads. We're on all those. So thank you all so much. I hope everyone has an awesome week, and hope you get to do something fun this weekend. And as I said before, I will be at Carnival at SeaWorld Saturday night. Feel free to come say hi. Again, I do need to just quickly say a quick hi for those short events. It's only a 3-hour event. I've got to literally run. I've got a schedule, and I've got to get my filming done. So, so I'll say a quick hi, and then I've literally got to keep running. And I'm not being rude. It's just because I've got the tight schedule. So hopefully everyone understands that one. Anyway, I want to say a big thanks to everyone again. If I don't see you at Carnival, I'll see you on the next journey. Anyway, good night, and then have a great week. See you guys.